Hey everybody, this is just a quick preview of
This
what
is
we're going to
Julie
be watching
Andrews.
together tomorrow night. This was
Once
supposed to
upon a
play last
time,
week at
there was a
Disneyland,
magic kingdom
and while I
made
was
of
in Disneyland,
hopes and
but
childhood
didn't
fantasies.
quite make it. So I'm sorry, but we will have another showing tomorrow night. I hope that you all enjoy it. This is a showing of Remember When Deep Dreams Come True from 2018, almost exactly 3 years ago. 3 years ago when I got to see that show, and I'm pretty excited about it that we're going to get to share that once again together. So hope everybody's doing well tonight. Give me just a second while I rearrange some windows right here. I'm going to pop a couple of things on here. Our question of the day, by the way, if you have not seen that yet, is where is your next travel destination? Super simple, not too complicated there. So I'm going to fix my camera because that's how we roll. Had a little bit of a rush to get set up tonight, but we'll be all right. There we go. Alrighty. So, all right, that's better. Life is good. So, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. All right, again, our question of the day is: where's your next travel destination? Where's your next travel destination? Where are you going? What's bringing some excitement to you? Where are you headed out there in the world? And our topic this evening is Walt Disney World holiday treats and a little bit of a Disneyland trip report. Here we go. If you can see that on the monitor there. So, if you are watching tonight, please like this show, share it. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're watching. Would love to hear from you. Awesome. Cool stuff. Thanks, guys and gals. Appreciate it. Rock on. Here we go. Okay, cool stuff. So, let's go ahead and get started while we're writing because we've got a lot of stuff to go through. This is one of my favorite episodes to go through is this particular one where we go through all the holiday treats because I always end up leaving hungry. These things look amazing. I'm going to show the Disney Parks blog so we can kind of see some pictures and scroll through those together as well and talk a little bit about Disneyland as well. And I don't have an outline. Normally I do. I don't have an outline tonight, so we're just kind of freewheeling it where we are. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Tonight, it is October the 26th, 2021, and it's my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Don't know if you're listening to this, but it is. It's October the 26th, and we are so happy to be back with you all, fresh off a little trip to Southern California last week to hang out at Disneyland a little bit and see some awesome friends and go to a wonderful event that I had the privilege to be invited to, and it was just so amazing and so incredible. And the weather in Southern California, especially at Disneyland, was pretty solid. Like it was kind of breezy and cool. Was not terribly humid. Was definitely not warm, which was nice. Like it was jacket weather for sure. Kind of like it's getting right here down in the southeast in my neck of the woods where I live. So looks like we've got some folks commenting. Hello, hello. This is my lovely wife. I'm going to Disney whenever my agent gets back with me. Yes. So we'll get right on that, and I'll call your agent and we'll see where we go from there. But anyway, so I wanted to go ahead and just kind of talk a little bit about these holiday treat items that are coming down the pipeline. But I also wanted to mention a little bit about because we talked about this and just sort of that little pre-show component earlier, and that is this, our question of the day: where's your next travel destination? I want to know where you're going. Where are you going so we can celebrate with you? Please talk to us, share it. There are a lot of people that are going to different places over on the personal feed. So if I'm looking to the side here, it's because I'm pulling that up on Facebook and want to kind of show you all that. Here we go. Alrighty. So where's your next travel destination? We've got some people that say anywhere outside Canada. My buddy Dwayne up in Saskatchewan. I feel for you. I've got some other friends that are from Canada, and it's been a little bit of a struggle here and there. Ryan says The Thing Orlando 2021. The Thing is an amazing event that the Thing is an amazing event that I have had a chance to go to before, and it's a lot of fun. We're a lot of dreamers and creatives, people from all sorts of different backgrounds, basically come together to create and inspire each other. A lot of entrepreneurs, travel agents, Disney people. It's held at Orlando by my buddy Terry Weaver, kind of heads that up every year, and he does have what's called the VVIP, which is a very limited experience where you can get in basically a room with people, very high caliber people that will help you dream and expand your kind of business plan and what you're working on and what you're thinking about to help bring all that stuff together in a very personalized sort of plan and way. We bring in a former Disney Imagineer that has been on the show, McNair Wilson, will be there as well as some other my friends that are super high caliber, excellent people to hang around, and inspiring folks that will be there to help your dreams be realized. And we also have the VIP day, which is in kind of an escorted tour around. This year, I believe they're going, it's either Epcot or Magic Kingdom. It's one of the two where McNair Wilson will be there, as well as potentially some other folks to guide you around and kind of share some of the story behind the attractions, behind the entertainment, behind the parks, and some of the history that's there. And of course, you'll get to ride a few rides while you're there as well. And then there's the regular thing opportunity that will get you in the room with some of the speakers and dreamers. And these speakers that come in are not the kind of people that just like show up and then they step off the stage and they leave and they go about their day. They're there with you. They're sitting in the audience with you. They're learning. They're available. They're approachable. So anyway, that's my little plug for that up front. Wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to them. But I want to go ahead and get started with a little bit of a Disneyland trip report before we get into the kind of foodie news, as it were. So the whole internet heard that. You're committed. Yes, a bit. So I'm committed to following up with my wife's travel agent. We'll have to chat with you about that. And sorry about the camera. I kind of had to set things up a little bit hastily tonight. But last week I had the chance to spend about a day and a half in Disneyland, kind of the Disneyland Resort. So the Disneyland Resort area is composed of two parks, Disney California Adventure, or DCA, and Disneyland Park, the classic park that Walt helped build and develop. The Downtown Disney District, it is still called Downtown Disney in California, whereas that same just general area is called Disney Springs in Florida. Same basic concept. There is a World of Disney store out in California. It's not as big as the one in Florida. There are a couple of Starbucks that are there. There's some other restaurants. There's a Star Wars store. There's a bunch of really cool things to see and experience in the Downtown Disney District there. You actually have to walk through it. One of the ways to get to the parks is to walk through it to get to security, to go through sort of the ticket plaza area. The other direction is to come from the parking decks, these massive parking decks that are there to hold all the vehicles of the guests coming in. And there are three Disney-owned resort hotels in California. Only three. There are a lot of good neighbor hotels that the Walt Disney Travel Company has a great relationship with, and kind of give their sort of stamp of approval. You can book hotel and ticket packages with them with a lot of the same booking terms and benefits that you may see with some of the Disney-owned resort hotels that are out there. So those three are the Disney's Grand Californian, which actually has its own separate entrance into the Downtown Disney District, and has its own separate entrance into Disney California Adventure, which is pretty cool, right? And some of the hotel rooms actually sit and overlook the Downtown Disney District area. There are castle views. There's a lot of really great views from the Grand Californian Hotel. The inside of it is very familiar if you've been to Disney's Wilderness Lodge in Florida, or even Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Those two resort hotels in Florida are very similar in feel to the Disney's Grand California Hotel. The other two are the classic Disneyland Hotel that sort of embodies that classic experience that you're used to with Disneyland Park. It's right there within walking distance. All three parks are. There's a Trader Sam's location at the Disneyland Hotel, which is pretty solid. I think it's a little bit easier to get into than the one in Florida, but it's a great hotel just to kind of walk around and see. There's a lot of nods to Walt around, a lot of great sort of plaques and pictures and things to walk by and see and check out. The rooms at both resorts are amazing. I had the opportunity to stay at Disney Paradise Pier Hotel. It's kind of closer to a 4-star style accommodation. It is within walking distance. That resort is all about the location. The views are excellent in the tower. A lot of them overlook the kind of the Pixar Pier area, or the Disney California Adventure Park. You can see the Mickey wheel out there. You can see the Incredicoaster. You can see a lot of bits and pieces of Disney California Adventure. It's really neat to see it lit up at night, especially, and then it looks a little bit different during the day. You can kind of get both feels from that. Great hotel experience. Not a lot of bells and whistles at that one. You'll find more at the Disneyland Hotel, and especially at Disney's Grand Californian. But as I mentioned, there are a lot of great good neighbor hotels in the area. Hotels by companies like Marriott and Hilton and everything in between. And there are also some kind of standalone hotels, local hotels that also have Disney's kind of stamp of approval. And again, a lot of these hotels are within a 10 to 15 minute walking distance. And whereas with Walt Disney World, my typical recommendation is to stay on property if at all possible. There are a lot of great good neighbor hotel options in the Disneyland Resort area that are within walking distance, or that we can either set you up with the Disneyland Resort area bus transportation. So there's a number of different options for traveling and getting there. So straight at Paradise Pier with one of my buddies, Scott from Texas. So Scott, if you're watching or you see this later, hello, thanks for hanging out. And my buddy Joshua and Bowden from North California came down to hang out with us for a little bit. They were both going to the same event that I was going to in Orange County later on in the week. We got to hang out in the parks. We started off on a week ago, Monday, in Disney California Adventure. This is my fourth time going to Disneyland, kind of proper, if you will. I've been to Disneyland Park a few other times, but had never been into Disney California Adventure. So that was a new experience for me. I knew that Avengers Campus was there. I knew that that's where the Tower of Terror ride was. That was converted into the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout attraction, which we had the chance to go on. So I knew a lot of the little things. I knew there was shawarma over at Adventures Campus, that we had to try when we were there. And it kind of had its own little different, sections. There's a water ride over there. A number of different things to see. It's not laid out in the exact same way that you might experience like Disneyland or Magic Kingdom. There is a main street called Buena Vista Street as you walk in. It's sort of the shopping area. The Starbucks location that's there is in that area. Some of the main stores for the park are in that area. And, there's a lot to see, a lot to do, and a lot to experience over there. So let's check out the comments. I'm going to put that. There we go. So as we went into Disney California Adventure, we started off the day on that Monday picking up some Starbucks, some breakfast. Had a pumpkin cream cold brew and a blueberry muffin, kind of my go-to food snack, if you will. And then just did a lot of walking, y'all. A lot of walking. We spent a lot of time just walking around the Avengers Campus area. We got a chance to see both shows. And there are sort of some real quick shows where Spider-Man has one kind of show. You may have seen on the internet sort of how Spider-Man flies and swings and all these things. Super complicated animatronic, and even some live actors that all kind of merge together in this one great experience. And there's another show that stars a Black Widow and Captain America and some of the other heroes from the Marvel universe show up as well, and kind of on the Quinjet side, if you will, of Avengers Campus. And those kind of happen periodically throughout the day. Now, one of the really interesting things that I found about Disneyland Park out in California, which is a bit more, a bit more careful on some of the pandemic protocol, shall we say, to put it lightly, is that character greetings, the ones that I saw, the character greetings, when there were some out, I saw more Marvel characters out than many of the others. Many of the other classic. I did see some of the classic Disney characters like Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy. Those were out, but I saw Marvel characters out more. And when they were out, like for instance, I saw Iron Man down sort of the bottom of the main Avengers Campus building area. Saw Ant-Man and the Wasp were down there as well. And whereas like in Florida, you're taking socially distant selfies, right, with your phone's upside down, but you get the picture. Pun. You get the picture. You kind of know what I'm saying. So socially distant selfies, can't get close to the characters and whatnot. So, but they're hugging them, high-fiving them. They're right there next to them. I got a really cool selfie with Mickey walking towards Buena Vista Street at one time, kind of on our way out that particular day of the park, and it was just it was a different experience. Like that's the kind of character experience that I think a lot of people are looking for. And based on that, based on seeing that, I don't know why Walt Disney World is waiting to see what happens, to bring that back. Like that's an experience that I would love to see come back in Florida that I think would make a world of difference for interaction, especially in a day and age when a lot of live entertainment has been either slow to come back or has been completely cut. So we'll see. We'll see. So we do know that the Indiana Jones Stunt Show Spectacular is coming back in Florida, which is great. I think that's re-premiering on December the 19th, which is super exciting. Absolutely love that show. It's a great one for sure. So we hung out in California Adventure. We did Incredicoaster. We did Midway Mania. We took a lot of pictures around the Pixar Pier area. We even went over to PhilharMagic. I wanted to see that because they already have the new scene from Coco that is being put. So right now, PhilharMagic and Walt Disney World at Magic Kingdom has been temporarily paused because they're inserting a scene from Coco that is already up and running in California, and it's pretty cool. Like I love it. It's just a few, couple minutes that are in there, but Coco is a great film. A great film, and I absolutely love it. The music is great, the colors are vibrant, the story is excellent, and it fits in pretty well with the show. And I love how they kind of merge that together with the existing show. It's really neat. Highly looking forward to seeing that come back to Florida. So we hung out for a bit. We did get some shawarma for lunch. My buddy Josh, Scott, and I split a few of them. We each had one, and then we had one more that we kind of split. Absolutely delicious, very very tasty stuff. Good stuff. Our first attraction of the day was actually Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. And that, for me, there's really only one ride that kind of makes my stomach turn a little bit, and that is Mission Space. I think it's the orange version at Epcot. Kind of just does that to you, right? The Tower of Terror / Mission Breakout attraction in California did that. Like I felt a little iffy. Tower of Terror in Florida doesn't do that to me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was a combination of the music, the lights, the movement, all that. That one just goes literally up and down, and the up and down movement feels, I don't know, a little bit just it's different. Maybe it feels more forced. I'm not really sure. It's just kind of a different experience. The attraction is great. The story is great. One of the cool things about that particular ride is that, or that particular attraction, is that you can get a different version of it if you go, depending on what time of day you go. So if you do go to Disneyland in California, don't expect a carbon copy experience of the Tower of Terror in Florida, because it is definitely not that. It's completely rebranded a different story in the first place. The queue is much, much different. The ride is different. The interaction that you get is different as well. So there are a lot of attractions that are the same or the same in name, at least, between Disneyland and Florida, or in California and Walt Disney World in Florida, but there are a lot of differences as well. So we spent good amount of time at Disney California Adventure earlier in the day. The latter part of that day, we moved over to Disneyland Park, as well as the following morning before we headed out towards Irvine to hang out with some of our other buddies that we were going to the event with. And we tried to get as much in as possible. We did Space Mountain. Space Mountain is a little bit different there. I actually like it. It's a more smooth ride. The track has been replaced, I believe, a few years ago. And they actually have a different ride vehicle there for Space Mountain in California versus Walt Disney World. And I see some of you commenting, which I'll check here in just a second. So thank you for that. But the way the ride system is different is that in Florida, you're kind of one in front of the other, sort of a 3-in-3, sort of two-part ride vehicle, two-part coaster vehicle that are attached. In California, you're sitting side by side with each other, so the ride vehicle is a little bit wider. I think, especially for taller guys, bigger guys like me, they are a little bit more comfortable to ride in, and the ride is more smooth, and it's a slightly different track layout as well. So, but it was a lot of fun. Enjoyed that. Even the queue is a little bit different at Space Mountain in California. We did. It's a Small World. It's a Small World location there. Kind of it's not technically the original because it was at the World's Fair before it was in Disneyland park itself. But the queue for that is actually outside. The entrance for it is outside, whereas in Florida, you're coming to it from inside a building. They actually do something really neat with some of the projection shows they do in Disneyland Park. Because the facade for It's a Small World is so massive, they actually project using some of that projection mapping technology onto the facade of It's a Small World, and that's pretty cool to see as well. Over in Toontown, which does still exist at Disneyland Park, they're in the process of constructing Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And they actually have a really cute sort of construction sign to the nod because it's obviously like under construction back there. Think like Epcot tearing Interventions building down. Like it's almost that bad where you can see like there's some construction walls, but you can obviously tell like there's equipment and stuff back there and they're kind of moving around, getting things done. So Toontown at Disneyland is a real special place. There are a couple of rides back there. Roger Rabbit has a ride. There's a smaller roller coaster for kids back there. Mickey and Minnie's houses are still back there, kind of like they used to have at Walt Disney World and Magic Kingdom back in the day before the new Fantasyland expansion. So a lot of really neat things to see and to interact with. Let's check the comments real quick. So Tracy says, and the most expensive Denny's anywhere across the street from the park. You're right. I know where that Denny's is. You are correct. Denny's is a little bit pricey there. Hope says Disneyland Hotel has headboards on the beds that when you push a button, they light up and play When You Wish Upon a Star. It's the best ever. And you are correct. Those are really cool. That's one of those just sort of nice little magical Disney touches that you get when you stay in one of the hotels on property there at the Disneyland Resort. So you'll see that there. And of course, the rooms at Disney's Grand Californian are excellent, super comfortable. So the park experience in both parks was great. I want to give a special nod to a couple other attractions in Disneyland Park, and that is Autopia. So the original Autopia attraction, where we have the Tomorrowland Speedway in Florida, that has been basically, I feel like the attraction track was cut in half for the Tron coaster that is being put up. That's one of the reasons why the railroad has been down. The Walt Disney World Railroad has been down at Magic Kingdom for quite some time. We also have, let's see, what was the other one? Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes, so Pirates of the Caribbean in Florida is almost twice as long as the attraction in Florida. So great one. Walt it was one of the last attractions that Walt had a hand in. That and the Country Bear Jamboree were kind of some of the last ones that he had his hands in sort of developing for the parks. But what's really special about Autopia is those vehicles the original Autopia vehicles were designed by Disney legend and Disney Imagineer Bob Gurr, who just celebrated his 90th birthday, y'all. Bob is one of the kind of original OG Imagineers that is like up and kicking. He's being hosted on podcast. He's doing his own shows. He has a presence on social media. He's still doing a lot, right? He is rocking and rolling. He's embracing the Disney magic, and a lot of people love Bob Gurr. So he's one of the good Bobs, shall we say. So Bob Gurr is awesome. If you don't know him, if you don't know of him, definitely look at Bob Gurr on Facebook, on social media. You can search for him on podcast as well. He doesn't have his own show, from what I understand, but he has been on several that I've had the chance to listen to. So great visit to Disneyland. Again, really brief shout out. One last major shout out for Disneyland. That is the Red Wagon. If you don't know what the Red Wagon is in Disneyland Park, go up Main Street, USA, curve around to the right a little bit. You'll see this little red wagon. Well, it's not like a red radio flyer wagon, but it's like a tow behind sort of trailer sort of thing. Like you might see in a circus or something like that. Like one of those sort of wagons, if you will, says Red Wagon on it. And that is the place that you can mobile order yourself one of the best corn dogs you'll ever have in your entire life. They're hand-dipped corn dogs, and you can add a little bit extra, some bacon ketchup that does have actual pieces of bacon in the ketchup. It's an interesting flavor, but, bacon usually makes most things better, and it was pretty good. And, because, they want to be healthy, they'll include a little cutie orange, a couple of those in there for you to have along the way. So great, tasty treat. Had that for lunch on my way out that particular day. So let's get into some of our content for tonight, some additional content, and that is the foodie guide to the holidays at Disney Springs and Parks at Walt Disney World Resort. I have not had a chance to read all the way through this. This just dropped today specifically. So I'm actually going to share my screen right here because this is not, I'm going to be reading basically straight from this particular blog post. I don't want you all to see it as we go. Let's see if we can find this. Here we go. A lot of windows open. So hopefully you all can see this. All right, cool stuff. All right, so we're going to kind of go through a lot of these different options. We're kind of scrolling back to the top here. So this is the Walt Disney World food guide that is currently available on the Disney Parks blog. If you have not seen this, if you're not familiar with the Disney Parks blog, this is the official kind of Walt Disney Company, Walt Disney Travel Company, Disney Parks spot for dropping news. So this is not speculative. This is not a third-hand blog site. This is straight from the horse's mouth, as it were, and this is a public-facing site. So these are things that we can show with you. And I want to go ahead and throw a couple of these things on the screen for you to see as we walk along. We're going to start off with some treats that are available, or will be available, shall we say, at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. So one of my favorite places to go. I love Animal Kingdom for the theming, for the storying that's there, for the detail, and the food is excellent. At Restaurantosaurus, if you're going to be there, say, hey, you know what? I'm going to be there around Thanksgiving. Wasn't able to get a dining reservation at the place I would like to go. You can go to Restaurantosaurus and get yourself an open-faced Thanksgiving turkey sandwich that is grilled multigrain bread with roasted garlic, mayonnaise, cornbread stuffing and waffle, sliced smoked. By the way, anything like cooked on a waffle is like a waffle iron is just automatically good. Sliced smoked turkey breast, herb gravy, cranberry sauce, and a fried sage leaf. That just sounds great, like fried and sage. That's an interesting combination, and that is probably going to be the one that we see right up here in the upper right-hand corner. If you're looking at this on the screen, looks delicious. Looks pretty tasty. It's a Tully Canteen. There are 3 options, and most of these are going to be available on or around kind of the end of November, starting on November the 25th for many of them. Some of them do not start until December the 1st, and those are the ones that are more kind of overtly Christmassy, if you will. So you'll kind of catch on. At Tully Canteen, there's the Thanksgiving bowl with cornbread stuffing, sliced roast turkey, cranberry boba pearls, gravy, and slaw. So sort of a classic, or I would say classic Tully Canteen, sort of Pandora, the World of Avatar take on Thanksgiving, which is interesting. They also will have pumpkin cheesecake mousse, pumpkin cheesecake chocolate dirt with cranberry boba pearls, and that's what you're going to see in the upper left-hand corner if you're looking at the screen right there. And lastly, they will have a peppermint cream cheese mousse that will be available starting on December the 1st until the 30th of December. That is a peppermint cream cheese mousse, peppermint sauce, peppermint candy pieces, and chocolate dirt. So if you're a fan of the peppermint, it's all for you. I love a good peppermint mocha around the holiday season, personally. So a lot of other good treats not Tully Canteen, but a lot of good other treats at Animal Kingdom theme park over at Tiffin's. They have a Thanksgiving plate, a roasted squash soup. I love something about a roasted butternut squash soup is just really good. Apple pie cheesecake, got to get the apple in there. Horchata mousse snow globe, pork T-bone, and they also have at the Tusker House restaurant, they will be offering a Thanksgiving dinner as well, available on November the 25th. Spit roasted turkey gravy, mashed red potatoes, and focaccia bread. I guess that's how you say that. Dressing along with seasonal vegetables, pork loin, flank steak, and an assortment of desserts. So again, a lot of great stuff over at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. Let's move over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. They are definitely not short of treats at Disney's Hollywood Studios. There's a lot of food locations there, a lot of quick service spots, from the outdoor carts to pizzerizzos to some of the sit down table service locations and more. Over at ABC Commissary, they're going to have the sugar cookie snowman that you will see right there on the upper left hand corner. If you are looking at the graphic, it's a tasty snowman made of white chocolate sugar cookie mousse, whipped lemon curd, and a holiday sugar cookie, available November 8th to January 3rd. The ABC Commissary and Catalina Eddie's will have the Santa's Belt cookie. It's a white chocolate covered shortbread cookie, will be available November the 8th to January 3rd. It's one of the classic Mickey shortbread cookies. You'll see that in the upper right-hand corner right there. Over the Backlot Express and the Trolley Car Cafe, they will have a red velvet whoopie pie with moist red velvet cake filled with classic cream cheese filling and a festive sprinkles. That looks pretty tasty right there on the bottom left. You'll see that on your screen. And over at the Hollywood Brown Derby and Tune-In Lounge, they will have the Holiday Bliss, a vanilla vodka sour apple liqueur, caramel beverage syrup, and vanilla ice cream mix will be available November 8th to January 3rd. There's some other items over at Backlot Express, Rosie's All-American Cafe, and Pizza Rizzo's. One of my favorite seasonal treats ever had came from Pizza Rizzo's, coincidentally enough. There, this year, they're going to have the butterscotch caramel cannoli, caramel, however you say it, or caramel, that some people say, spiced caramel cheesecake over peanut butter mousse atop a salty pretzel shortbread cookie. That just sounds delicious. Over at some of the outdoor carts, you will also see a holiday brownie, which is a chocolate Mickey brownie with holiday sprinkles. So lots of other bits and pieces that you will see available to delight yourself with at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Moving on over to Magic Kingdom Park, there's a lot of other options there as well. Want to make sure we can see those. There we go. At Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies, Golden Oak Outpost, Main Street Bakery, Sleepy Hollow, Emirates Patisserie, and that's Disney Springs. Sorry. Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies, Golden Oak Outpost, and Main Street Bakery, and Sleepy Hollow. Those are kind of the four locations that you want to keep an eye out in Magic Kingdom if you're going in late November or in the month of December for some of these goodies that are going to be out there. The Christmas Cookie Sundae. Now this just This hits the spot. If you've got a sweet tooth, this is for you. They made this just for you. The Christmas Cookie Sundae. It's a Christmas cookie soft serve topped with whipped cream, hot fudge, and holiday sprinkles. Available November 8th to December 31st. November 8th to December the 31st. So that just sounds pretty amazing if you ask me. Looking forward to that one for sure. Also, they have the Christmas Cookie Milkshake. Christmas Cookie Milkshake topped with whipped cream and holiday sprinkles. And that's at Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies over there in Tomorrowland. The Golden Oak Outpost, they have the gingerbread almond cake pop that you'll see there in the screen. Actually, it's not on the screen. Let's go back up. We kind of missed that. Let's see where we go. There's the brownie with the Mickey sprinkles and some of the cannoli we mentioned. There we go. All right. So there's the cake pop in the top right-hand corner right there for you. Main Street Bakery, they have the Mickey cinnamon roll, Mickey-shaped cinnamon roll drizzled with red and green icing. That looks pretty good. And then also at Sleepy Hollow, they have the ginger apple funnel cake. So Sleepy Hollow is, I don't know, it's one of those quick service locations that you could easily pass by and not even notice and just kind of be like, what's that? I don't know. There's people sitting down. There are tables. Let's go check it out. If you're looking for a spot for some seasonal treats, like I just mentioned, or a funnel cake, because every theme park has a funnel cake somewhere, somebody's going to walk and go, where are the funnel cakes? Got to have a funnel cake. Sleepy Hollow is your funnel cake spot. They also have this little thing called the spicy chicken and waffle sandwich that I've shared deeply about before. And it's the best, it's the best quick service snack that you could turn into a meal. It is so good. Comes with chips, big, kind of fried chicken patty and a waffle. This sort of spicy chicken patty with some syrup. It's just good. It has this sort of slaw that comes with it. It's just it's good. It looks weird, but it's really good. Definitely check out the spicy chicken and waffle sandwich at Sleepy Hollow Magic Kingdom. Over at Disney Springs, There is Emirates Patisserie, where they have the white chocolate peppermint eclair with white chocolate and peppermint mousse. The Santee Mickey Dome Cake, which is a classic item. So the dome cakes are super popular. They have a different one for the different seasons that are out there. Holiday Mickey Mousse Mini Dome Cake, the Holiday Parfait, and the New Year's Eve Petite Cake that will only be available on, well, New Year's Eve, December the 31st. At Arista Crepes, they have the Cherry Jubilee Bubble Waffle and the Santa Hot Crepe as well. So I want to kind of show you some of those so we don't miss them. We can kind of go back here. Here we go. Went the wrong direction. Yeah, there we go. All right. So there's the dome cake you can see right there, and some of the other dessert items that are there available for you as well in Disney Springs. So let's scroll on down for you and take a look at Deluxe Burger. So there's a holiday turkey burger available there. There will be the Oh Dear Cookie Shake. Dockside Margaritas has a seasonal margarita. They will be offering the daily poutine. So if you love yourself some poutine, all my Canadians friends that are out there, the Gobbler Poutine, which is turkey, brown gravy, cranberry chutney, and cheese curds. Got to have the cheese curds to make it good poutine. Shout out to my buddy Ian out there. Also the Ganachery. Now the Ganachery is one of my favorite shops. It's a small shop. It's located around the corner from Gideon's, the cookie shop that a lot of people love. But it is definitely don't miss it. A lot of handmade holiday treats you can watch right outside through the window and see them make them. It smells phenomenal in there, and the chefs that are in there are always great to talk to. One of them was featured, Chef Amanda was featured on Be Our Chef, which you can see on Disney Plus. So definitely go check that out. Say hi to Chef Amanda, ask if she's there, and she would love to take a selfie with you if she is, because she did that with us. She was super delightful, just a very fun person to chat with. At the Ganachery, starting in November, they will have, or about mid-November, they'll have the Olaf Coco Surprise Santa Mickey Pinata. So my wife, if you're listening right now, there will be a Mickey Pinata that will be available. You can see it right there on the screen, the bottom right-hand corner. There's a Santa Mickey Pinata that will be available from November the 5th to December 30th. There's the gingerbread ganache square, peppermint bark, chocolate Christmas cottage. So a lot of different things at the Ganachery. Always try to make a point of stopping by the Ganachery, because it's just a lot of fun to see. It's a lot of fun to see what like they're working on and talk to the people that are there. So it's just, again, it's a fun place. Over at Jacqueline G's Hangar Bar, which is also in Disney Springs, there are a few options there. They'll have a venison slider, fried Brussels sprouts, holiday lights, deviled egg, ham and brie flatbread, cookies and milk, lump of cold dessert, elf elixir, Klaus Mo, Yule Mule, and several other items as well that will be excellent for you. And of course, we have not mentioned, you're probably saying to yourself, what about Epcot? You didn't talk about Epcot. Well, at Epcot, there's this little thing called the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. And if you have never been to the Epcot International Festival Holidays, you need to get over there. It is a special time at the resort. Some of the countries will just kind of sort of embrace the Christmas spirit year-round in a few different ways, I've found, but some of them go all out. And it's really interesting to see how a lot of these countries from different parts of the world celebrate the holiday season. They have a wonderful Christmas tree that's there, and it will be neat to see how they merge the 50th anniversary celebration with the celebration of the holiday season, and a lot of the other offerings as well that will be going on. So again, Walt Disney World is one of my favorite places to be during the holiday season, and I absolutely love it. If you have never been to Walt Disney World during the holiday season, make sure you plan a trip. There's still time to do that. Even if you can't get that exact hotel that you want, there are a lot of great options for you on property, off property, this holiday season, November and December. So definitely let me know how I can help you and how I can serve you, and if you would like to take a trip that way. So let's take a look back to our personal feed and our question of the day. We'll pop that up there one more time for everyone. Again, our question of the day is, where is your next travel destination? So while we wait on that to load up, here we go. While we wait to, here we go. All right. So my buddy Dave is traveling on the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line Odyssey, which is awesome, coming up pretty soon for a special celebration. Alicia will be staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge in Kidani in January, which is an amazing resort. Love Kidani over Animal Kingdom. James O'Brien says probably Nashville. Heather says Ohio this weekend. Jeff says Sonic. Look, love me some Sonic, man. Cherry limeades, straight up. Give me some cherry limeades. Love it. Sonic is all about all they can do right now. But they're looking towards Walt Disney World 2022. Kate says the Disney Merry After Hours and Disney Cruise. That's an amazing combination. That sounds phenomenal. Also, David says Cancun on Monday for 6 nights, 7 days. Wow, man. I'm a little jealous. I hope you have a blast on that trip. And then Heather says Walt Disney World in 2 weeks. That's going to be phenomenal. So a lot of cool people, a lot of folks traveling and headed to different destinations along the way, which is exciting. I love hearing where people are going, what you're going to be up to, and the places that you're going to explore, and even more so hearing the memories that you're going to create, because you can go anywhere. You can go almost anywhere and create some amazing memories that you will cherish for a lifetime. Key example, right now, as we speak, we don't have a ton of people tuning in live tonight, but because tonight is Game 1 of the World Series, and the Atlanta Braves are playing the Astros. And in 1995, my parents took us to see the Atlanta Braves play in the old Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta, and absolutely loved it. They played the Cleveland Indians during the World Series that year, and it was a phenomenal experience. And I still look back on those memories like to this day. I remember Dave Justice's solo home run that he hit to win that game, and it was an amazing experience for us. And I'll always remember that very, very fondly, and I'm very thankful for it. So be thinking about those travel memories, the ones that you've yet to create, the ones that you relive. How can you make those things a reality for you and those you hold most dear? Would love to chat, so let me know. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of Travel Tips Tuesday. And before we go, I do want to remind you that our showing of Remember When Dreams Come True, the former Disneyland Fireworks Nighttime Spectacular, from the time that I saw it about 3 years ago, I'm going to be re-airing that. Was supposed to last week, didn't happen. It's my bad. We'll be re-airing that tomorrow evening at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. It's already uploaded, rocked, and ready to go. And I can't wait to share that with you all this week. So thank you again so much for tuning into Travel Tips Tuesday, and we hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.